Así que por si acaso bajaré el volumen del juego cuando empiece el gameplay. Está el rey. Dios, ahora tienen que gritar los perros. Te apuesto que los perros se van a escuchar más que yo. Y tu micrófono asqueroso.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Esa es nuestra madre. Me pongo así el micro para que
Well, husband, how goes it?
me puedan
Good.
escuchar.
I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother. Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that.
Dios.
I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue.
Por fin, ¿puedo? Perfecto. Aparezco afuera.
A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
Había elegido vitalidad.
I was with Bianca.
¿Por qué está en inglés?
We were, talking.
No.
Talking, were you? That's what you call it, is it?
No me di cuenta.
Stop it, Ma.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that
Seguro que no me había dado
suspicious-looking
cuenta. Espera,
character with a
tengo que
sword who
meter, digo.
turned up in town recently.
Bueno, todo lo que... Dios. Te juro que si estaba en inglés todo el rato no me doy cuenta. Le preguntó por qué tenía esa marca en la mano y nos pregunta dónde estuvimos ayer, o sea, qué hicimos, por qué tenemos eso. Le dijimos que no, que estábamos con Bianca. Vitalidad y fuerza.
So I'm learning to sword fight. And what of it? What harm does it do?
Que estaba
At least I'll be able to
aprendiendo a
defend
usar la espada.
myself.
Claro, que me va a saltar todo este
God
diálogo.
above, Hal.
How?
No lo
On
voy a
you-
hacer. ¿Por qué? Tengo hambre, terminemos el diálogo. Déjame entrar al menú y cambiar el... ¿Por qué? Game settings, inglés. No, español. Confirmar. Guardar cambios, sí. Ahora sí. Dios, Dios, qué estúpido. Ahora, ir a la selección de escrimas y ya. Vamos a comer. 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 Vamos a comer 300. ¿Por qué? Estoy marcando la comida. Levántate. Zumo de lentejas, manzana, panecillo, manzana, todo esto después nos puede servir para vender. Vamos a sacar las cosas del baúl. ¿Qué más va a tomar todo? Esto lo vamos a necesitar. Todo esto ya lo hice la tía Abraham. Robar todo, puedo robarle a mi propia familia, pero me encanta. Sacar pan, queso. Esto no lo vamos a poder tomar así. Tomar todo. Perfecto. Abrir. Tomar todo. Abrir. Tomar todo. Abrir. Uy, 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 uy. La madera no se puede, espérate. Forzar cerradura, fácil. Vamos a cerrar la puerta, no me vayan a... Son mis padres, ¿sabes? Pero... Aquí hay más cosas, vamos a tomar todo. Vamos a aprender a forzar la cerradura. No tiene ganzúa, pues. Me como una mierda. Vámonos. A la callecita. Estamos jugando al máximo. Le quité el caldero. Soltar en el caldero. No. Quité el efecto porque ya dije, hice un reset y algunas cosas no estaban funcionando bien. Pero ya lo acomodaré todo otra vez. Hola.
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal burner.
Okay.
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's...
Kunesh.
Well, you...
Sure I'll be...
Not quite.
You want me to go?
And...
Her name.
Right.
Estos diálogos demoran mucho y yo les puedo ir contando, ¿sabes? Esto ya lo jugué en el directo. Básicamente tenemos que ir a buscar las cosas que nos deben. Vamos a ir a pegarle un tipo para que empiece la cosa rápido. Que nos debe dinero. Creo que está por aquí. O está fuera de la aldea, no me acuerdo. No, está fuera. Por aquí. O sea, no fuera de la aldea, sino de la villa del... Porque estos son como los herreros del rey. Están fuera del castillo y los que están más abajo son los peasas. Los console peasas, ¿no? Los campesinos. Dios, se está lagando un montón. Y yo lo tenía tan bien complicado. Bueno, este es el primer episodio. Luego lo tendré.
Indeed I am, for I have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
¿Dónde está el tipo que tengo que pegar? ¿Dónde está? Aquí está.
God be with you, Kunesh.
What do you want?
Padre me envía por el dinero.
My father sent me to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Al menos pagad por las herramientas. Paga lo que debes o...
I knew you'd be trouble. Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy arse.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
Ok, no, aquí no voy a convencer a nadie. Vamos a pelear. Paga, borracho.
I must have misheard you. It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your debts, and then try to scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore. How dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners? No? Well, I'll teach you then.
Ah, sí, bueno, inténtalo. Bueno. No te tengo contra la puerta, no. Qué falso, no. Toma. Ah, quítate. Quítate. Esquívate. No, qué falso. Oh, fuck. Dios, no.
You had it coming, you pup. And your old man can fuck off too.
¿En serio perdí?
Be a bit more...
No voy a perder. Dejar libre sin condiciones. Dejar ir el madero. Continuar el combate.
No surrender. We finish what we started.
Corva!
Porra, hierro.
Cunt. Ah, no. Quítate. Te van a matar.
I'll wipe my ass with you.
Quítate. Ya está. Muerto. Perfecto. Ahora hay que tomar el hacha y sus cosas. No me voy a lavar. Vamos a matar unos pollos. Se cansa por pegarle al aire, ¿sabes? Agáchate. El hacha estaba por aquí. Nunca el... Oh Dios, ¿por qué se laguea tanto?
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that.
Ey, no.
Fritz
espera.
might have one.
Este tipo tiene que tener algo, saquear, exacto. Vamos a coger todo, robar todo. No me jodas. Desbloquear. Tomar todo. Ya está, tengo todo. Voy a comer.
Enough! I give up.
Pero no te
Take
había
what you
matado.
want. It's not much, but it's all I have. You understand? Hey, watch it. Jesus, look where you're going.
Ya está. Estamos listos con esta misión. ¿Quién me va a curar? Espérate, mapa. Compra algo, ¿no? Compra compro un saco de no sé qué, compro un saco de carbón. Ve con tu madre, ella te remendará. Estoy acá, en la F, ok. Vamos a... Aquí no. Sane, mamá, me han golpeado. Te queda todo el rato así la sangre. Si como algo debería curarme. No voy a comer. ¿Dónde entro aquí? Por ahí. Dios, qué estupidez. A ver. Llega. Mamá. Mami. Se cansa por correr 2 segundos. Realismo full.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that.
Pero
There you
mira,
are, good as new.
¿Qué cosa?
You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Esto. Se puso un parche purita. Como no. Vamos a buscar las cosas de aquí. Lo de tirarle mierda al otro no lo voy a hacer. Una flojera. Igual es solo pedirle una cosa.
I'll be with you.
Para nos quedamos ya.
Right away.
Queremos llegar a la lucha de espada y tal.
Magnificent.
Godspeed.
You certainly will.
Pater noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, veniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua.
Para él. Capaz que no me haya escuchado nada de lo que ella ha dicho. Está hablando totalmente solo. Vamos aquí. Comida. Adiós. Ah, por Dios, ¿en serio? ¿El juego está más bugueado que el orto? No lo haré.
Not that I don't want to teach the Deutsch a lesson, but I really don't have time.
Well, that's disappointing. Still, we can manage without you. Let's go, lads.
Honestly, hell. How could you possibly chance like this?
No me importa, déjame en paz. Necesito comprar cosas como cerveza.
Here you are. And
A ver,
God save my love.
tú,
You're a beauty, of course.
una jarra para
I need
mí.
ale for
a pitcher as usual.
Aye.
Has aprendido Papa Benedicto
Here you are.
13.
Thanks.
It's unmated.
Don't worry, dear.
Oh,
Thanks. Vanya. He promised it.
what use?
Enough.
Hal?
Is that so? Really? You bet I will.
Ok. Ay, me dio para guardar, en serio. Sí, hay que guardar con eso.
Hey, Pip,
Borre.
do you want to learn something?
Vamos a aprender.
Have you recovered?
Oh, it was nothing.
No, mother. I don't want to... Spoken like...
Vamos.
Yes?
All right.
Todo esto ya lo hice en el directo, por eso me lo estoy saltando. Cuando lleguemos a la parte donde estaba... Vamos. A ver. Mientras este señor va para allá... Yo debería comprarle a este...
Greetings, Henry.
clavos.
How are you?
Good health.
A ver, necesito 10 de carbón. Y yo te puedo ofrecer unas calzas de oliva. Ah, no, unas calzas de parchea. También te puedo ofrecer unos faldones de no sé qué. Cerrar el trato. El comerciante no tiene dinero suficiente. ¿Aceptará el precio anterior?
Let's have a word about the price. Aye?
Ay, no me jodas. Hacer oferta.
Here you are, with a little top-up.
God save.
My word, thank you kindly.
Ya. Si nos deshacemos de los objetos robados rápido. Que no debería tenerlos, ¿sabes? Porque se supone que no debería morirse. Pero como que se murió. Ovejita. Ok, habla.
So,
Vamos, vamos. Podemos.
We can.
good.
Enséñame lo básico de la espada. De la espada.
Very well. Let's start with the basics. Keep moving. Your life depends on it. All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key.
Dale, pero
Never
no puedo
repeat
pegarte.
yourself. No. Good. The point of the blade is for stabbing. Try it a few times. Good.
Ah, te pegué.
Fine. Fine. Good. Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Ok, voy para allá.
Good. Now you're...
¿Ya está?
Nice.
¿Eso es todo?
All right. That's enough.
Listo. Ahora podemos ir a terminar esto. Lo hice mucho más rápido que la... Lo hice mucho más rápido que... ¿Maldito? Lo hice mucho más rápido que la primera vez. Oh, Dios. Perro. Perro, por favor. ¿Por qué ahora? ¿Por qué ahora? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Mátenme. Vamos a saltarnos toda esta parte.
About.
Lo tengo.
I have charcoal.
Good.
Acá comienzan a forjar. Tampoco
Right.
es la gran cosa.
By the way,
Omitir todo. Vámonos de aquí.
Henry, are you alright?
Ah, toma.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Thanks.
La que venía
just
esta,
wondering.
ok.
We will.
won't do.
Maybe-
Go and get those damn nails.
Todo fuera. Por favor, que empiece de donde tengo que correr. Bien. Bueno, así en el castillo, mientras estábamos hablando, así, y vienen y tengo que correr y matan a todas. Tenemos una espada ahora y tenemos que salir de aquí, robar un caballo, etcétera. Nada del otro mundo y llegando al otro lado ya estoy. O sea, teniendo un par de conversaciones en el otro castillo, ahí es donde termino el directo. Y todo eso me llevó como 3 horas, ¿sabes? Ahora llevo como 20 minutos. 40. Ok, acá te dicen encontrar el caballo, no sé qué. Hay que salvar a esta señora. Voy a robar este de caballo porque se ve ya está. Ahora tengo que hacerlo bien porque si me matan empieza todo de nuevo, muy estúpido.
Flee to Talmberg.
Corre, por favor. Todavía vienen detrás, no me puedo parar. No me emocionante esta huida porque debería haber música de...
Run for it.
Los bosques están hermosamente hechos. ¡Ay, no!
Go. They'll kill you all. Flee to Talmberg.
Nos estamos desangrando también, así que si ven abajo la barrita baja. Capaz que me bote, casi. Todo esto, omitir todo. Punto de viaje rápido, perfecto, ya llegamos a donde teníamos que llegar. Has descubierto tu cama, aquí lo dejé. Has descubierto el panadero, no sé qué. Perfecto. Estamos con la vida completa otra vez, tenemos hambre. No hay nada para comer, ¿o qué?
What is it? You didn't forget to check the supplies like I told you yesterday?
Esto es una zona
No, sir.
privada. Oh,
I checked it. It
perdón.
seems everything's in order. All right. But buy a couple of kegs of wine when you've done your other things.
Ay,
Hey!
What the hell was that?
forzar. No, no quiero forzar.
What the hell? You've no business. What?
Pero déjame salir. Ya sé que no puedo estar
Hey.
aquí, pero quiero salir.
I must be going mad.
Se supone que me tienen que dar de comer. ¿Dónde está mi comida? Me estoy muriendo de hambre. Ok.
You didn't forget
Voy
to
para
check
allá,
the
la E.
supplies.
Oh Dios, el lag.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal?
Please
Sorrow
tell me
is
what
easier
happened
to
in
bear on a
Salis.
full stomach.
I have kin there.
I heard about... Damn!
Dios
I
mío,
can't
Mayar,
understand why
¿dónde
he'd
está
waste
la
his
cocina?
talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss. Sir Divish has suffered his own share of woes, but he's a generous...
Pero termíname contando.
Ah, milady. You are fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
My lady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bojena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
¿Ya está? ¿Estoy? Comer, ir al pabellón del patio, dormir allí hasta la mañana. Perfecto. Recoger, vamos a quitar todo. Vale, vamos a comer ya porque me voy a morir. ¿Quieres comer o qué? Comida. Puré de lentejas. Comer. ¿Estoy bien ahí? No, necesito más. Necesito saciarme. Vale. Vamos. Pollito. Ah, es pato. Ya, tranquilo. Comida. Pato asado. Comer. ¿Dónde veo cuánta? Ah, ya está. Ya está, listo. Ya no tenemos hambre, pero... Dios, me estoy quedando dormido. Ya voy. Ya voy. Dios, abre los putos ojos. Está aquí, ¿no? Ay, el lag. Bebé. Dios, no te mueras. Acá está. Quiero dormir. Ahí está. Vamos a dormir 8 horas, ¿no? Como debe ser. 7. What? No me jodas.
Today the patrols will be double. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Dije, bueno, no creo que me pase al principio, lo arreglo después de este capítulo. mods que tenía instalados
Yes?
que ya no están.
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you, but I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
A ver, ¿qué quieres saber? ¿Qué quieres saber? Ah, carga. No puedo hablar de ello. Contar la historia la contemos.
You might be right, my lady.
Y paso
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and
Perfecto.
unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands.
Esperemos que pase. No, fui a la taberna por cerveza, fui a cobrar una deuda, me reuní con mis amigos.
A fellow by the name of Kunish owed money to Father, who sent me to collect it from him. Only Kunish had no intention of paying. It got a bit heated, as often happens when there's money involved, but Kunish still wouldn't cough up the coin. Father was too generous for his own good, letting even a scoundrel like that buy on credit.
Oh.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig.
Padre y yo hablábamos de la vida. Sir Radzig vino a buscar la espada. Estaban aprendiendo esgrima en secreto.
The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it.
Unos caballeros.
He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town.
Vi un horizonte. Era una horda enorme de atacantes.
A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
La gente estaba buscando el castillo. Vi cómo asesinaron a mi dama blanca. Mataron a mi madre. Vamos a contarlo.
Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers. And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening,
You thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream.
Aha!
It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her. I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode off.
Like a valiant knight.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
Aprendió la mujer en la Edad Media. ¿Y es todo?
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
Oh, you poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
Nani?
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years? And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Vamos a ver si podemos hablar con ella luego. Yo sé, este mes no pasa nunca. Parece que estuviera toda la vida aquí y no en mi habitación verdecita.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Para allá. Ir a las almenas por las escaleras de la puerta. Partida guardada, perfecto. Era por acá la vuelta, ¿no? Por aquí. No, no te quedes bugueado, por favor. Quiero todo menos eso. No se ve nada. Aquí está.
Only all they have to do is lean on some Skalitz serf and you'll happily tell them everything.
I didn't think of that.
Listen up! If it's Sigismund and his army, prepare for the worst. But don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my commands, and all will end well.
Vamos a hablar con este señor. ¿Qué quiere? ¿Qué está pasando?
What's going on?
Su esposa ayer
I
quería
don't
otro-
know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmberg in the night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivish sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Radzig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! It's only a short way to right there now!
Ok, no nos dejan salir de aquí. La batalla de Nicópolis. ¿Qué quieres?
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch at the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later.
Una zona privada, ok. Perdón.
What is it?
¿Qué pasa? Estoy vigilando. Ya está.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today.
I will.
Ya, bien. Vigilamos la almena.
Be a bit more.
Púlsate. Hasta que se haga de día, ¿no? Vamos a las 6. Dice hasta las 5, pero hasta las 6. Pero hasta la mañana, perfecto.
Let's go! Move it!
¿Qué pasa?
Go, go!
Dios, pero quiero jugar. Déjenme libre, quiero recorrer el mundo con Storm. Esto es una zona privada. ¿Y para dónde voy? Ayuda, ¿cómo bajo aquí? Mamá. Ya no me acuerdo cómo salir de aquí. ¿Oh? A la casa primera. Tengo hambre.
I feel quite hungry.
No, no me digas. Si no tuviera una barra alimenticia en todo el orto, me indicara. Sí, yo podría correr para acá, para acá. O para acá está cerrado. Ah, por aquí, ¿no? Las almenas del patio, ok, las almenas son por la montaña. ¿Qué pasa? Ah, viene el...
Jesus! We're going to hit them like scallops.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise, though. I don't think he will set his heathen dogs on us today.
Greetings, Lord of Talmberg.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Skalitz and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markwart von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markwart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday, His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzik Kobila, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzik of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzik is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army?
Am I to inform the king then that Sir Radzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobila is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Okay, no se puso parte.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Es alemán. Okay. Nosotros seremos ingleses, supongo, o algo así.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
Un gobernador sabio. Evitó la lucha. No debería habernos visto, ¿sabes? Porque si nos vio una vez, podría haber pensado que lo teníamos ahí. Y ya teníamos un tipo esto. Entrar a tu ser querido, hablar con Sinroad e ir por vuestro caballo en el establo. Ok. Sinroad, ven. Ven. Hablar conmigo.
Hey, watch it. I'll remember you.
Claro que me recuerdas, sí.
God be with you.
Tengo que ir hacia él porque
Sir Robard, I need to get to Skalitz.
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other vermin. And anyway, your lord commanded you to stay here.
Sir Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them to be eaten by dogs. What would you do in my place?
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Damn!
Voy a intentar convencerte otra vez. No.
I feel quite hungry.
Lo debería dejar aquí, ¿no? Un poquito, pero... Inventario. Diario. Corred. Ir a por vuestro caballo no estable o salir del castillo. Enterrar a tus seres queridos. No. Ok. Mapa. ¿Dónde está el establo? ¿Está el establo aquí? ¿No? Quítate. Mapa, mostrar, pantalla completa, Q. Ok. Establo. ¿Este será el establo? Aquí hay una misión. Tengo que salir del castillo y ir al establo. O esta es mi ciudad. Quítale, no. Ok. Seattle es mi ciudad. Ok. Vamos a probar un poquito. Arena de combate. No me pueden entrenar.
I could do with a bite to eat.
Hey, watch it.
Voy a hablar con la chica esta, quizá ya me ayude. Lugareña. Hablemos. Hay un comerciante en alguna parte, así que...
Can you tell me who I can buy something from or sell to?
Everyone fled here with only what they could carry. But I reckon Votiver, the pond-keeper, wouldn't let even Sigismund interrupt his business. I saw him by the granary. You can't miss him. He's skinny as a bulrush.
Ok, gracias. Dile gracias. Mierda. ¿Y la señorita dónde está? No, no va a estar aquí porque aquí están los peazan. Tiene que estar...
Did you see them
marauding with foreign mercenaries and pillaging towns?
Aquí solo están los peazan. Sacamos de aquí. Espérate, quizás este señor me pueda entrenar.
You can't even trust common pilgrims anymore.
Entréname. A ver.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then...
That's war.
No.
What happened in...
Gutenberg, but the good
Were there many?
Indeed.
I see.
Listen, lad.
So then why did...
Why do you think...
Tenía miedo a los cimientos que... por usar la reserva de granos para comer el ejército. Está en posición estratégica por...
Because it's a fertile place with...
That's not it. King Charles may go...
So Gutenberg...
Now you're starting.
Where did these cume...
I don't know much, and believe me.
Y eso es todo, no me dice nada, no me enseña a pelear.
Aye. We'll be stricken like Sodom and Gomorrah.
I pray you're wrong.
Araña. Espérate, quiero volver a la parte real. ¿Cómo puedo viajar ahí? Por aquí. Hola. ¿Dónde está nuestra amiga, la waifu?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
Abrir, no.
Are you serious?
No hay nada. Aquí era donde atendía, ¿no? Aquí está la esta. ver, cocíname algo. No quiero gastar mi comida. Acerca de ese mundo, hablemos de negocios. ¿Dónde puedo comprar algo? No.
God bless.
Fuera. ¿Dónde está la señorita esta? Lugareña. Cocinar objeto. Comer del cardero. ¿Dónde está la señorita? Señorita. Está aquí arriba. Es una zona privada, me cago en todo, pero yo quiero hablar con... Abrir. ¿Estará por aquí, señorita? Usar nada, no vamos a robar nada porque primero no tengo ganzúas. Solo vamos a buscar a... ¿Este es como un altar en la iglesia? ¿Qué es? ¿Esto es un baúl? Muy difícil, nada. ¿Dónde estará? Usar la cerradura, nada. Estoy seguro que ella me puede ayudar a... ¿Ella es? Sí, sí, sí. Lady Stephanie. Déjeme hablar. What? No puedo hablar con Lady Stephanie. No, no, cierra la puerta, Lady. Mi Lady. No, ahora sí. Qué raro, ¿no?
The Lord be praised. What's on your mind?
Tengo que ir hacia él. Vamos.
I would like to ask your assistance, my lady, if I may be so bold.
What's the matter, lad?
I need to get out of the castle, and your husband is keeping me here by force.
Why, for the love of God, would you want to leave the castle?
He de enterrar a mis padres. Es mi deber darle sepultura.
My lady, I know you have a good heart. I can't live with the thought of my parents being left in the mud to be food for stray dogs. How can their souls find peace until they rest in hallowed ground?
My dear boy,
Bien.
you'd risk your own life to give them a Christian burial? My heart goes out to you. I will do what I can to help, though I'll tremble in fear until your return. But what can I do?
Tranquila,
If I could just get past the guard at the gate somehow.
Cállate, perro.
But you can. If you wear a proper suit of armor, and if he can't see your face, he won't recognize you and he'll let you go.
Good thinking.
¿Dónde puedo conseguir una armadura?
And where can I get the armor?
At the armory?
Where's that?
In the gate tower. But the soldiers sleep in other places around the castle too, and you might find armor nearby.
It's rather embarrassing, but if I'm to pay a bribe, I need money, and unfortunately, I don't have any.
How would you? Don't worry your head about it. This should be enough.
Dame dinero.
Thank you, my lady. I will repay you, I swear. Well, they'll certainly ask where I'm going.
You could tell them Sir Robard sent you to Ujits, to ask the parish priest how the folk there are faring.
That sounds reasonable. Thank you, my lady. I must go now.
Acerca de Sigismundo. ¿Os parezco un soldado de Tamber?
What do you think, my lady? Do I look like a Talmberg soldier?
Not quite, Henry. Just look at you.
Oh, I see. Well, thanks.
Ah, de eso tenemos que preguntárselo cuando tengamos la
God
armadura.
bless.
Ok, vámonos. Voy a conseguir la armadura. Ya nos marca dónde. Ahora, ¿cómo bajo aquí? Esa es la gran pregunta. Estoy seguro que si salto... espérate, la torre es esta, ¿no? Una zona privada. Espérate. Guardar partida. ¿Se pasó? ¿Esta es la torre o no? Nada. Aquí no hay nada. Bajamos de aquí. Para el otro lado. No hay nada aquí. Me encanta. O sea, esta no es la torre. Es una zona restringida. No tiene ganso. Perfecto. Me encanta. Vámonos. Es esta de acá. Y aquí como sube, por aquí. Es esta, ¿no? Escudo de hambre. Ok, espérate. Vamos a agacharnos. No hay una espada. Ay, que no tengo ganzúa. Flecha. Flecha. Un arco. Roba el puto arco. Ok. Abrir. Robo. Robar todo. Ay, Dios, pero es que está todo guardado. Quizá el guardia que estaba ahí adelante tenía su armado. Espérate. Para que me dé las llaves, ¿sabes? No, ¿dónde está el guardia? Ay, pero ¿por qué se la vi? A este, ¿no?
What is it?
Good day to you. What do you need?
Hay un comercial en alguna parte que os parece la manera de escaparse de la gente. ¿Qué os parece? La manera de escaparse de la gente sea de gente. Nada. Necesito la armadura de alguien. Espérate, vamos a ver qué nos dice la misión, ¿sabes? Principal. Armadura de Trambler. Ah. No puedo ver detalles. Activar en el mapa. Mostrar. Acelerar el tiempo. Alterar pestañas. Dime algo. Opción. Mi pueblo no sé qué. Algo sin rojar. Porque me parece que puedo disfrazarme de soldado también. Salir del castillo. Quizás sea posible encontrar una armadura en la casa de guardia. Claro, pero está todo más cerrado que el otro. Muy fácil. Espérate, aquí. Difícil, muy difícil. había algo aquí. Abrir. No sé qué abrir qué. ¿Abrir qué cosa esto? Dios, ¿abrir qué? Saltarse. Ay, cállense. Me sale abrir. ¿Qué cosa? Abrir aquí. Abrir. No hay nada. Perfecto. Muy difícil, difícil. Tengo un escudo y ya está, muy fácil. No tienes ganzúa, lo sé. No puede haber uno abierto. Quizá tenga que tirar esto de aquí. ¿Por qué se la guía tanto? Es una zona privada. ¿Me podría haber dado la llave? Ay, la cosa de... Difícil. ¿No hay una llave o algo?
Hey, who's there?
¿Quién va? Alguien habla acá abajo. Quizás esté por el otro lado el guardia de esperar. O sea, la puta escalera. Dios, que a veces no... Decía que tuviera retraso nuestro amigo.
Jesus, look where you're going.
God be with you.
Hay un comerciante en alguna parte. Así que... ¡Oh, Dios! Noquear, hablar. Nada. Quizá tengo que esperar de noche cuando...
Jesus Christ be praised.
Alguien tiene que tener una llave. Fácil. O una ganzúa o algo. Dijo que los guardias dormían al otro lado. Quizá es donde... Espérate. Creo que ya lo tengo. Si el perro no se calla, me voy a la puta. Este señor no le puedo hablar.
Damn.
No, aquí no se puede entrar. Este no me dice nada, pero aquí al otro lado había como una zona de barrancones, ¿no? ¿Llega algo? No, es la puta misma mierda.
Is someone there?
Hay alguien abajo aquí. ¿Pero abajo dónde? ¿Aquí abajo? No, no sé si es real. Hay algo que no estoy viendo entonces.
Hey, who's there?
Estoy aquí, amigo. Ayuda. Es una llave. Tienes ganzúa. Dios, sube la puta escalera. Me pone nervioso.
What the hell was that?
Hey, you've no business here. Clear off or you...
Be a bit more careful.
What? What the hell are you doing? Hey! Hey! Watch it! Now!
sé dónde ir. A ver. Mapa. Diario. Dios. No, ya. Lo voy a dejar aquí porque los perros me tienen estresado. ¿Cómo corto esto? Al F9. Y ya está.